Hi, this is a video on how to tune your guitar using octave tuning and relying on a constant pitch. Now, this is my #1 guitar, and my guitar is fairly in tune. However, the first thing you need to realize is that when you get your instrument, it won't be in tune. And you need to decide which string you're going to tune. Now, most instruments don't share our open strings. They have their own set of standards. So most instruments are going to use an A to tune. That's called concert pitch. So most of the other instruments can easily find an A and then tune together with it. It's not as easy for us because it's in the middle of our instrument. So what we do is that we use a device of some sort. I'm just going to use something simple. This is a $10 metronome. And the $10 metronome gives us an A. It gives us our 5th string. Ideally, it's easier to start with the 6th string. If you do that, you'll be able to tune straight through. Where can you do that? Well, you can buy a tuning fork, for $15. You can get a really nice one. Or you can get one online at tuningfork.com. It's really accurate, it's pretty loud, and it's there. So use that. Don't even spend money. But if you're going to use this, we're going to use this today because it's a little more difficult. Now, let me throw my guitar out of tune a little bit. This instrument gives you an A. Yeah, that's a pretty annoying sound, but anyone can hear it. I'm going to tune my 5th string to it. My 5th string is wrong. Is it higher or lower? Is my string higher or lower than the sound? It's lower, so I'm going to turn it up a little bit and test it again. It's still too low. I'm going to do a little more. How am I doing? Sounds right to me. So that's going to become our constant. So I've got... Now, once you look at a guitar or any stringed instrument, especially those with frets, the minute that you touch a string, like that, you put some weight on it. The minute you're doing that, you're bending it. The minute you bend it, you're changing the pitch. Not throwing it out of tune necessarily, but changing it, you're altering it. So if you want to tune to something that you're bending, your tuning is not going to be accurate. It's not going to be reliable. So anything that we want to tune from an open string, so we take less chance of altering the pitch. My A is right, so I'm going to have to pick A to another pitch. Which one? Doesn't matter, I'll just pick another A. So I'm going to choose the A that's on the 3rd string on the 2nd fret. That's just a random idea for me right now. Are they an octave apart? They should be, but they're not. So you have to decide what's wrong with the 2nd note. The 1st note is right. It's low, so I'm going to turn it up a bit. You like that? It's close enough. It's pretty good to go on. Okay, now my 3rd string is in tune. But it's in tune while I'm holding a note down, so it's not 100%. So I'm going to use the same string open to tune something else. I'm going to take that G and tune the G above it, which would be on my 1st string, which is this peg here. Let me give it a shot. That should be an octave, but it's not. My 1st note is right, my 2nd note is wrong, but which way? It's low. Not bad. Okay, so now I have 5, 3, and 1 that are pretty much in tune. Now that I have 1 in tune, my open E, I'm going to try to tune my lowest E to it. That's 2 octaves away, so they have to sound pretty resonant together. They're both open, so let's see what I get. Wow, that's not right. My high E is right. I'm going to tune my low E up. Still not right. So now I have 1, 1, 3, 5, 6 that are tuned. Where can I go now? Well, the first thing I want to do is check that my 1, 3, 6 are right. So if my 6 is right, I'm going to tune an open string to it. Let's try the low G on the 3rd string, and then an open G. Doing well. My A is right. Now we're going to try and tune our 2nd string. B to B. Let's try the G with a higher G. E to E. I don't like that E. All 3 E's are okay. B is alright. A we're not going to touch because that was our starter. Well, now that I think I'm right by octaves, you test it with a chord. The chord for the guitar is pretty much E major. So E major, of course, is B with your 2nd finger, E with your 3rd finger, a G sharp on the 2nd string, and the rest is open. We're going to break it slowly, see how it resonates. Not bad. Now that works all by itself. Your 1 chord is in tune. But what if you're playing something that has a lot of work on the upper neck? The more you play high up, the more your string is bending. So you're probably going to go out of tune the more you play this way. So if I'm going to play something, let's just say that uses a lot of bar chords, let's just say some Villalobos. Villalobos can go up there. And that doesn't sound terrific. My guitar does not like that note. That's a little flat. Works pretty well. Now, the second thing you have to deal with are alternate tunings. When your guitar is tuned well like this, it likes being there. The strings are all settled in, the winding is all comfy, your strings are broken in for a few days. So every time that you want to change it drastically, the string goes, ooh, ooh, ow, it hurts. So what you have to do is stretch it a little bit. When you want to tune, say, down to a dropped D tuning, which means your 6th string is going to match this one by an octave, you don't want to just merely tune it and start playing. You want to go past the point where it's tuned and then retrace back up like this. And then go back up. How do you test it? That's one way. Test it with your G. Play on the 5th fret. That's now a G instead of here, because you've tuned down by 2 steps. You shouldn't get stuck in the fact that when you're playing something in D and you're working on it repeatedly, that you can't completely, and instantly switch to another piece that you're working on without the drop tuning. You should get used to going back and forth. It's easy enough to fix it, and you don't have to let the guitar sit in D all the time. Learn to go back and forth quick. There are pieces that actually switch in the middle of a piece, so you should be able to do this fast. Octaves. Octaves. Octave. Chord. Another alternate tuning that you could learn that's used in quite a few Spanish pieces is drop G. Drop G takes the 5th string in A and lowers it a whole step to G. So your octave from the 3rd string is where it goes from. Again, you drop it lower than it should be. And go back up. So you have 3 octaves in G, which is really nice. And then when you want to go back to standard tuning, tune to A. Test your chord. And you're set. When in doubt, and harmonic tuning. My G is a little flat there. I actually leave it that way because when I'm playing at upper positions, it works itself out. So I always keep my G a little low. Well, I hope that's helpful, and this is pretty much the only way to tune. Octaves are really the most reliable. When you have the opportunity, if you ever do, to do an audition, either for college or for a position or for a prep school, it's been said that when the auditioners watch you tune, they can pretty much tell exactly how you're going to play. They don't need to see any more than that. So there's some truth in that. They can tell how you hear by watching you tune. So if you do octave tuning, you will succeed. You will be good. So give it a try that way. Rely on it. If you need to buy a tuning fork, do it. It's not a wasted investment. And they're really cool. So just also you should learn how to use them properly. When you ring them, you should put them against your ear. It's very interesting to hear that way. Anyway, I hope that's helpful, and good luck.